A business proposal has become Netflix's latest global phenomenon as millions of people are tuning in to enjoy the series. But if you think the drama is interesting, you should see the behind the scenes footage. Trust me, it's about to get really interesting. So what are the behind the scenes secrets the cast revealed? Falling in love on set. Now you can't tell me you haven't kicked your feet and blushed at least once while watching the show. I can't blame you though, the scenes are just too cute to handle. But it turns out that the viewers weren't the only ones who were in their feels because of An Hyo-sup. His co-star and the one who plays Hyo-sup's love interest in the show, Kim Se-jong, confessed in the special episode that she almost fell in love with him during filming. How relatable is that? It appears that Hyo-sup is as much of a gentleman in real life as he is on the show, and he has proved it many times behind the scenes. He rushed to help Se-jong when she accidentally tripped and gave her his jacket when she was freezing during a scene where she had to wear a short dress. He really raised the standards for other men. She particularly mentioned one instance where her heart started fluttering because of Hyo-sup. According to Se-jong, when they were filming the scene where Hari and Taemu are hanging out with his grandfather, the sun really kept bothering her. To stop Se-jong from being dazzled by the sunlight, Hyo-sup raised his hands so the sun wouldn't hit Se-jong's face. This made Se-jong's heart skip a beat. To be honest, I would have fainted right then and there, and it wouldn't be because of the sun. But when the MC asked if this was an emotion that Kim Se-jong felt or an emotion that her character felt, she said it was Kim Se-jong, not her. She's stronger than I could ever be because I would have fallen in love with him right away. Unscripted scenes. It turns out that the funniest scene of the show was in fact entirely unscripted. While Taemun was trying to show his interest in Hari without actually showing his interest in Hari, he took her to the movies on a date. Though he didn't tell her it was a date and told her that they were watching a movie to do some research for their jobs. Hari didn't question why he rented an entire movie theater for research and spent money on all the snacks she wanted, but we'll let that slide. However, they end up running into their co-workers at the cinema, and they know it would be weird if they saw the two together, so Hari does her best to hide Taemun so their co-workers won't end up seeing him. This leads to a hilarious scene of Hari hitting him repeatedly in an effort to hide him behind the scenes, and Taemun crawling out of the room. Well, it was revealed in the special episode that this scene was entirely improvised by Se-jong. She didn't even intend on hitting him, but Hyo-sup didn't complain at all and continued the scene like everything was going according to plan. As soon as the director yelled cut, Se-jong started to apologize profusely. Hyo-sup moves away and says, "I'm gonna go watch you from over there while soothing my cheek." Getting slapped when you didn't expect it must have been really painful, but Hyo-sup is a professional through and through. Planned or not, the scene ended up being so funny that the directors decided to keep it in. I hope that the directors cashed Se-jong a big check for her creativity though. She didn't come up with such a funny scene for nothing. Awkward kiss. I think you'll be glad to know that Hyo-sup and Se-jong's first kiss on screen was as awkward as it looked, and I really can't blame them. I mean, the first day on the job and they had to kiss their very attractive co-star. Even with Se-jong making jokes on set constantly to make everyone, and especially her co-star, more comfortable, it was impossible for them not to feel at least a little bit embarrassed. Hyo-sup and Se-jong had never crossed paths professionally before, so they really didn't know each other that much before they started shooting the drama. I know, it's hard to tell when you consider just how amazing their on-screen chemistry is, but the reality is so much different. The two were just getting to know each other at that point, and the kiss was probably one of the first scenes they filmed together. How could they not feel awkward after it? Se-jong shared that during the scene where Hari falls on top of Taemu and accidentally kisses him, the two were feeling quite embarrassed. She said, "Fans were wondering why there weren't many parts of the lips bumping scene included in the making video. It was because we didn't talk much. It was still awkward between us." The actors also called the scene very cliche, but said that they had fun filming it after all. They also spoke on how the scene would turn out if the directors decided to make it realistic. Se-jong said, "If we felt like that in real life, we would have had nosebleeds and a busted lip." But despite everything, they still tried to find humor in the situation. When the kissing scene was over, Hyo-sup greeted his on-screen father-in-law. Manners come first for him and his character. But now I want to know about how she felt when the characters actually kissed. Kissing ritual. Differently from Hyo-sup and Se-jong, the second lead couple got comfortable with each other right away. Even though their characters went through a roller coaster before ultimately sharing a steamy drunken kiss, the actors had already formed a strong friendship and gave us the cutest behind-the-scenes moments between the two. The most notable moment was when Solina's character gets brave after a few drinks and kisses Kim Min-kyu's character. To avoid feeling embarrassed, the two teased each other to feel more comfortable before such an important scene. In fact, Kim Min-kyu shared that right before the kiss happened, Ina started jumping and dancing in circles around him. Min-kyu said, "We had to film a kissing scene and she suddenly started to jump and dance circles around me, singing at the same time." Ina succeeded in distracting him from the fact that they were supposed to kiss and making him flustered. Though I don't know if she succeeded in making Minkyu less embarrassed, as you can see that his ears are burning red during the kiss. It's just straight up adorable. I want to see more of these two. First impressions. Since this was the first time some of the cast members had worked together, everyone was curious to know what the actors' first impressions of each other were. Surprisingly or not, the characters are not really different from the actors that portray them. Just like Taemoon, Hyosub seemed cold and very serious at first. It didn't help that he didn't talk a lot, so his castmates thought that he was a very closed-off person. Well, that was until everyone got to know him and found out that he was not what they had expected him to be. Kim Min-kyu, who plays Cha Sung-hoon, said, "He was pretty serious at first. Now, every single sentence he says is funny. Not even that, but he's a great singer too." His castmates revealed that he likes to sing and dance while clapping his thighs. He even beatboxes sometimes and does it with a straight face. As for Kim Se-jung, who plays Hari on the show, she's exactly what you would expect her to be. In fact, Hyosub compared her to the smiling emoji. He said, "The default smiling emoji. That was my first impression of her. And now you know the smiling emoji with teeth." He also said, "She's a person who always appears with a smile and gives positive energy," adding, "I think it created a synergy effect because I also like positive things. Sejong is sincere, considerate, and has great acting skills. She's really the best partner." Sol-ina, who worked with Sejong in the drama School 2017, said that she used to be exactly the same as she is now. Ina said, "I met her in School 2017 and she was even more easygoing then. She was like a high school student. She would say hi and smile like the emoji Hyosub mentioned. 5 years has gone by, Sejong is still an emoji and she still smiles like that." The cast also revealed that she's apparently very good at singing too. Where did the producers even find all these multi-talented people? They really hit the jackpot with the cast. Improvisation on the spot. The director kept another iconic scene in the show due to the insane chemistry between the leads. Yes, I'm talking about the scene where Hari and Taemoon go on their trip together, and Hari is in awe due to how attractive Taemoon looks when he gets out of the car. When the two actors were shooting the scene, Hyosub was looking especially cool, and Sejong didn't shy away from praising him and was very loud and clear about it. You can hear her shout, "I can't see your face, you're shining. I can't even focus because you're shining. Wow, sunglasses, you're shining." She made him do a model walk and even did her own background music to accompany the scene. She's really dedicated to the cause, and we have to thank her for it. When Hyosub approaches her, she emphasizes how cute he looks in his sunglasses, and Hyosub decides to flirt back, saying, "I thought you're cute too when I saw you." I can't get enough of these two, I swear. Sejong asked the director if she could keep the scene in, and her wish was granted. Though instead of just making Hari gush over Hyosub, she just ends up saying, "Gosh, he looks so cool." I wish they would have left everything that Sejong said, including her self-made soundtrack. She's really an all-rounder. What's your favorite behind-the-scene moments of the show? Share them in the comments. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and see you next time. Bye!